Hi there. We're so glad to have your interest today and truly appreciate you taking the time to learn more about us. It's always nice to meet the next generation of scientists, and we have a lot to tell you about the Faculty of Science at Dalhousie University. I recognize that you are making major decisions in these unprecedented circumstances, and want you to know that we are here to support you every step of the way. So I'm Alison Crepinsek, and I'm a program coordinator in the Dean's Office in the Faculty of Science at Dalhousie University. I manage our undergraduate teaching and learning strategy and have been with Dalhousie for just over 3 years now, and in the Dean's Office in Science for just over 2. So the Dean's Office in the Faculty of Science is the main administrative unit for the Faculty of Science, but I work really closely with all our departments, our faculty members, staff, students, and advisors on a daily basis. I'm originally from Oakville, Ontario, and did my undergraduate degree in political science and development studies at St. Francis Xavier University, and have a master's degree in public health from the University of Toronto. And I am virtually presenting to you today from my bedroom in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia. So I'd like to spend my time with you today telling you about a range of programs and opportunities in the Faculty of Science. Beyond the classroom, in the classroom, how to choose a program based on your interests and what is possible with the BSc, and the supports that we provide for students, especially our first-year students. On the Faculty of Science's Preview Day online portal, you'll also find a range of content from us to help you learn a little bit more about the Dal Science community. We've included some lectures and demos, some facility tours, some student stories, and a link to our very own podcast, which we call Sciographies. So let's get started. The Faculty of Science is Dalhousie's largest faculty. We are home to over 4,000 undergraduate and graduate students that join us from all around the world to study science with us. We have 18 undergraduate programs and 10 graduate programs taught by over 200 industry-leading faculty members. We are a research-intensive faculty that conducts millions of dollars of research on an annual basis in areas such as oceans and marine biology, and energy storage, clean energy, climate change, and pediatric pain management, to so much more, literally everything you can think of. Our faculty is a world-class site for teaching and learning in the sciences. Our professors win regional, national, and international teaching awards on an annual basis, and we offer a huge range of both in the classroom and experiential learning opportunities, which I'll tell you a little bit more about in a few minutes. So the students that you're seeing in this photo right here are actually students in our integrated science program and are on a site visit at a local beach conducting experiments. I believe this was maybe a couple falls ago. So all of the photos that you see in this presentation are real students, faculty members, staff. So hopefully you can get a bit of a sense of what life is like in Dal Science. So there really is something for everyone in the Faculty of Science. Our programs cover a wide range of interest areas in science, and many of our programs can be combined as a double major. You can do a minor, you can do an honors degree, and can also be combined with programs outside of the Faculty of Science. So many of our students pursue combined degrees from the programs in the Faculty of Arts and Social Science, computer science, and the College of Sustainability. My advice to students is always talk to your advisors early on in your undergraduate degree to learn more about what your degree options actually are. We have an incredible, excellent team of advisors in the Faculty of Science who are here to help you plan your degree. Two programs that I would like to highlight on this slide here are the Integrated Science Program, which we call DISP, so the Dalhousie Integrated Science Program, and the Medical Science Program. These are both competitive programs that require separate applications aside from your BSc application. So I'll start with DISP. That is a really unique program that offers science immersion in your first year of science at Dal. Students enrolled in DISP gain really authentic, incredible hands-on research experience and are placed in research labs across the university to conduct research alongside scientists and faculty members. Students really take this first year in science and DISP to explore the connections between the disciplines, engage in team-based learning, and are prepared to enter any BSc program in their second year. It's a competitive program and it's small. We admit approximately 80 students a year, but it's a really excellent tight-knit group. Medical sciences is geared towards students interested in a career in a health-related field. It's a collaborative program between the faculties of science, arts and social science, and the faculty of medicine, and offers courses from a really wide range of disciplines. So you'll take courses in bioethics and sociology of health, along with a huge range of science courses. So you're getting a really great cross-section of courses and a really diverse body of knowledge. The program helps prepare students for the MCAT and entry into professional school following their undergrad degree, but I will say that all of our programs here are a great jumping off point to any type of professional program and will prepare you for professional programs. So I'd like you I encourage you to please visit dal.ca/science/programs to learn a little bit more about these programs. If there's something that kind of piques your interest a little bit, you're able to explore those a little bit more on your own. So I've told you a little bit about the Faculty of Science and our programs. But what does it really mean to be pursuing a university education in the sciences in the year 2020? So during their BSc, we really try to encourage our students to transform these interests and strengths and passion that they have for science into an undergraduate experience that's rich in exploration, in experimentation, in skill building, and building this really strong body of scientific knowledge. Your science degree is not just about taking classes and doing exams and graduating, which of course these are really important components to any undergraduate degree, but it's about taking that passion that you might have for science right now, regardless of the topic or the subject, and building upon it with the skills, knowledge, and experience to launch into a career or further training in the sciences. There are really so many opportunities available to you, and we're really here to support students to articulate their ambitions and really want students, work with students really closely to help them visualize what they can do with a science degree and how to optimize your university experience, so that time that you're spending with us in the Faculty of Science to achieve those career goals or to achieve whatever next step you would like to. And many of you are here listening to this presentation because you're thinking about your next step. Some of you might still be thinking about what you want to study. You haven't quite made up your mind, while others know exactly what you want to do. And regardless of where you are at with your decision making, it's really our mission to provide all of our students with the ideal scientific training to achieve their ambition. And what that really means is that we're here to support you and help you achieve your goals. And a question that we like to start with, especially for students who are just beginning their science degree or just starting to explore if the Faculty of Science is a good fit for them, is, you know, what are you interested in? Why do you want to study science? What are you passionate about? As we talked about a couple of slides back, a Bachelor of Science offers something for everyone. Our huge range of programs is really incredibly diverse, and there is a fit for everyone. You might see yourselves in one or many of these interest areas that we have listed here on this slide. And our programs really do touch on all of these areas. Most of them touch on many, if not all of them, all at once. And really, we are trying to encourage students to connect this interest and passion that they have to a program of study as a first step. So just as, you know, a couple of examples, I'll run through these interest areas right here. So, you know, students who enjoy the world around them, the, you know, physical processes that we observe on planet Earth, might be interested in or thinking about programs like earth sciences, environmental science, ocean science. physics and atmospheric science, or chemistry. Students who enjoy numbers and data, patterns, might be interested in mathematics and statistics, economics, actuarial science, subjects like that. Students with a passion for health and for helping others might consider programs like medical sciences, microbiology and immunology, biochemistry and molecular biology, biology or psychology or neuroscience. For students that love technology and creating innovative solutions to solving big problems, you might be thinking about programs like physics, neuroscience, statistics, environmental science. And for those students who, are interested in living things, life on Earth, living organisms, you might fit well with programs like biology, marine biology, psychology, medical sciences, etc. So we like to frame our programs in this way to show there really is something for everyone, that your interests can intersect, and there are tons of opportunities to pursue the program and the subject area that you're passionate about. And from there, what we like to start to do then is to help you build upon what you would like to accomplish or achieve with your science degree, and lead you to the many satisfying career paths that are possible with a science degree. So during your undergrad, we will help you to prepare for your next step, and provide you with like to provide our students with the training to create citizens who understand the value of science and are ready to tackle these complex issues that we are facing in the 21st century. There is no one traditional path with a science degree. Our alumni have some of the most interesting jobs I've literally ever come across. They are intellectual property lawyers, they are scientific directors at large institutions, they're physicians, they're field scientists, they're entrepreneurs, they're teachers, they're ocean policy consultants, they are technical advisors for large corporations. The list literally just goes on and on and on. There is really no such thing as a traditional career path. And really there's so much that you can do with a science degree and gain countless skills and experiences, during your time with us in the Faculty of Science to lead to these exciting next steps. So I want to talk about a couple of the pathways that are available and that many of our students pursue in the Faculty of Science. The discovery pathway is for those who want to create new knowledge and gain research experience during their science degrees, and probably pursue further training following their undergraduate degree. They might be interested in a career in academia or research, and would be starting their journey towards research during their undergrad, possibly through an honors degree in any of our programs, or through the integrated science program, which I mentioned a couple minutes ago. Dal scientists and students are leading world-class research on a daily basis, and they're making really huge waves in the scientific community, but their research also has massive implications for society. We are a research-intensive faculty, and there are incredible opportunities for undergraduate students to actually contribute to research. So students get to work alongside professors like Dr. Jeff Dahn, who is a physicist, who is a partnership with Tesla to create longer lasting batteries, and with Dr. Alistair Simpson, who is an evolutionary biologist who very recently discovered a new branch on the tree of life. Both of these professors have undergraduate students contributing to and supporting research activities. And really these students are building their research experience during their undergraduate degrees. There are opportunities for students who are interested in applying their science and putting their science degree to work, as we like to call it here in the Faculty of Science, and really gain these practical and technical skills and experience during their degree. So there's a ton of opportunities to sort of go in this direction in the Faculty of Science as well. Opportunities like co-op, experiential learning, or the Faculty of Science's very own Surge Innovation Program. All of these opportunities teach practical skills and expose students to concepts and practice like entrepreneurship, commercialization, all while gaining really valuable work experience. Dal Science has many opportunities to ensure that our students are industry ready, including a number of certificate programs on topics such as GIS mapping, data analytics, and environmental impact assessment. So these are really great additions to your undergraduate degree and allow students to kind of specialize their knowledge further so that they are workforce ready. Many of our students go on to pursue a career in science education, including in the K-12 system or through public outreach and education. It's more important than ever to have a group of knowledgeable, experienced teachers shaping the next generation of young scientists and inspiring young people to follow their passion for science. So for our students interested in education, and are going on to, for example, a BEd program, we encourage them to take 2 teachables, either if that's in 2 teachable science subjects, or to combine that subject with an arts or social science minor or double major or a language, and then gain experience as a teaching assistant or volunteer with science education organizations like Let's Talk Science or Supernova, which are both based and have membership group based out of the Faculty of Science. So tons of opportunity for students who want to teach to gain that experience and knowledge while they're studying science at the undergrad level. Another pathway that's possible with a science degree is in science communication and sharing scientific information with the public. Over the last few weeks, I'm sure many of you have seen with the COVID-19 pandemic that we've really been seeing science communication at work quite a bit. Part of this has been around translating really complicated medical or public health information into simple messages for the public to take action on. And there are tons of opportunities in science communication, and for students interested in this field, in the Faculty of Science, they can expect to gain exposure to courses and activities that provide them training and practice in written, oral, visual, digital communication, as well as translating scientific results and evaluating information credibility. So many of our departments have student-run scientific journals and conference opportunities to learn and really practice science communication. I will mention one of our students, Isabel Hurley. So she's a Dal Science grad and is now a master's student with us in the Department of Biology, launched a tool called EnviroVote Canada. You should Google it, look it up, during the last federal election. So it tracked all of the environmental policy platform promises that each of the federal parties was making during the election. And has now shifted to tracking their progress on keeping those promises. And all that information was translated into an easy to understand, informative, and accessible website, which I think is just such a great example of science communication from one of our students. Science communication is really a critical skill, and our students are making really incredible contributions in this area. Finally, we have endless opportunities for students interested in looking into, the societal implications of their subject area. We have a lot of students who are interested in policy and making connections across disciplines and communities and cultures, and we highly encourage that. These students might be, particularly interested in environmental issues and sustainability, which on that subject alone can be explored extensively through courses and co-curricular activities in the Faculty of Science. So for example, we have a course called Science and the Economics of Climate Change, which is a course kind of jointly offered between our departments of economics and physics, and tons of co-curricular opportunities like co-op placements and volunteer opportunities that really allow students to hone their skills and gain a lot of knowledge and experience in this area while they're doing their undergrad. So, in this area, students can generally be expected to gain exposure to a huge range of courses and activities that exposes them to cross-disciplinary and cross-cultural thinking, Dal also has a very, very robust study abroad and exchange program. Students can take part in either university-wide opportunities, or we also have opportunities that are specific to some of our departments. So we have agreements with institutions in China, in the Netherlands, and France as well. But students can take advantage of a huge array of international learning opportunities. And we highly encourage students to do that. So really, I'm saying all of this because there's just so much that you can do with a science degree, and I think I've probably just scratched the surface, or maybe overwhelmed you, or maybe somewhere in the middle. But I really just wanted to touch on a few of these opportunities beyond some of what we might think are some of the traditional applications of a science degree, just to really show you what is possible. But regardless of the path that you decide to take with your science degree, there are countless academic and co-curricular opportunities that really lead to a rich undergraduate experience for our students. And some of the academic opportunities that you'll be exposed to include field courses, lectures, labs, experiential learning. Kind of on the field course experiential learning piece, we have a shark tagging course where students actually go out on a boat, do a lot of field observation. We have a diving course. Students do international field courses in places like Belize and in the Death Valley in the US. And a lot of our field courses and experiential learning actually happen in our own backyard in beautiful Nova Scotia. So we encourage students to explore electives, to pair your science degree with minors and interesting course options and certificates, either from the Faculty of Science or from other faculties on campus. Becoming a science student, you become part of course, the big Faculty of Science, but there is a unique culture in every department or program as well. Each of the departments have their own personality, have their own community. So we find a lot of our students really connect very strongly to their departments as they sort of take the journey through their science degree. Co-op is an option in 11 of our programs. If this is something that you're interested in, then I highly recommend you start thinking about it earlier in your degree. There are co-op advisors in every department that offers a co-op program, as well as a coordinator that works only with science students to help place them in co-op placements and support them along the way. So start reaching out to these people in the later part of your first year or your second year, if that is something that you're interested in. We have advisors in every department and a dedicated team of first-year advisors who just work with our first-year students in science, as well as support from advising support from the Bissett Student Success Center, that is a central office at Dalhousie. Students, especially in their first year, have a lot of support, and like I've said a couple times now, I highly encourage reaching out to faculty advisors early in your undergrad degree to learn more about these opportunities and how you can take advantage of them during your degree. So we have an extremely active student community and just an extremely active community in general. I highly encourage all of our first year students to sign up for a first year interest group, or a FIG. FIGs are free. They are non-credit courses where you get together once a week with other students who are interested in similar subjects or topic areas, and get to meet with faculty members and alumni and upper year students and really just dig deep into these subjects. So we have FIGs about healthcare and medicine, about the brain and mental health, about the ocean, mathematics and problem solving, and we even have a FIG that is just basically focused on exploring careers and really building your experience to jump off into that career. So you can visit dal.ca/figs to learn a little bit more about those. And yeah, there are various undergraduate research opportunities as well that I wanted to mention with the Faculty of Science. So conducting research in a lab and field settings is usually how students would get their start. And then many would continue on to conducting independent research through an honors program or a scholarship program that supports student research during the summer. Students are really encouraged in the Faculty of Science to seek volunteer positions in research labs as a first step to getting involved in research as well. And so speaking of volunteering, there are tons of volunteer opportunities, and again, something for everyone, both in the Faculty of Science and more broadly at Dal. You can volunteer in labs, like I mentioned, for research studies. You can get involved with organizations like Supernova to support science outreach and education. The opportunities really are endless. Student societies are also excellent places to make new friends and to develop a science network, to build your science network and meet like-minded people, as well as gain leadership experience. Societies are run by students, and they often host social and educational events. Our Dalhousie Science Society is kind of our big central undergraduate science society in the Faculty of Science, and all science students are members when you join us in the Dal Science community. You're able to volunteer with them or run for an executive position. They run events. Just last month, they hosted a student symposium where they brought in alumni and faculty members and senior students to talk about their path in science and their experience. They run a mentorship program, and then they run a ton of social events and do advocacy as well. Each of our departments also has a department level society, or we call them D-level societies, which run their own initiatives and work closely with the DSS as well. So yeah, tons of stuff to get involved in the Faculty of Science. Most years we do a lot of events as a faculty and bring students together and faculty members to celebrate success. This year is obviously a little bit different, and we're all practicing social distancing, but we like to get together as a community and celebrate the success of our people. Something that I'm almost done here, and I just wanted to mention this before signing off, but this is something that we are really proud of in the Faculty of Science, and it's our podcast called Sciographies. I mentioned this a little bit earlier in our presentation, but we have 2 seasons under our belt and are currently planning for our 3rd. Please go have a listen. This is a great way to get to know some of these faces here and get to know the Dal Science community before you arrive, and learn really more about the unique paths that our professors and our alumni have taken to get them to where they are today. The good, the bad, and the ugly. I highly encourage you to take a listen to that. It's just a great way to get to know us a little bit better. And I wanted to thank you all for participating in our virtual preview day. Again, please check out our portal. We have tons of content that we've put up there that will hopefully help you get to know us a little bit more. But I just wanted to say, I know these are challenging times, and we're here to answer any questions that you have along the way. So please get in touch. I've provided some contact information there. Give us a follow on social media. We're quite active there as well. So yeah, you can reach us there, and don't hesitate to get in touch if there's anything that we can help with. I really hope to meet some of you and work with you to figure out your own path with a science degree. So thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you soon.